You know why a lot of people fail at entrepreneurship or starting a business or being a CEO? It's because despite what every YouTube channel tells you or Instagram business celebrity tells you, you probably shouldn't become an entrepreneur. The odds are you should probably do something else. Not because there's something wrong with you or you're lazy. It's because you're not cut out to be one, and that's okay. It's not something you enjoy. It's not something that will bring you happiness in your life. And you should really understand this before you even think about becoming an entrepreneur, because if you do become an entrepreneur without knowing these things, you are in for a really miserable, unsatisfactory, unfulfilling life. And here's why. So this is going to ruffle some feathers, and it's going to take me about 5 minutes to make my point before hopping to some conclusion. Listen up, and if you can't focus for 5 minutes, you're going to end up in trouble if you don't listen to this. And you're kind of proving the point I'm going to make in this video, but that's okay. You can go back and watch a cat video or some video of someone eating 6,000 calories in cheese. Have you seen those videos? They're really weird. Anyways, let's talk about it. So, I put a lot of thought all the time in why people fail at things and why people fail at entrepreneurship. And someone said the other day in one of my live streams, because people are lazy and they don't work. I don't think that's the case at all. And as I thought about it more, I truly think, and people are going to think, oh, Alex, why are you saying this? Your whole job is to convince people you're entrepreneurs. No, my job is to get you to buy Market Hero and use it for your business. And if you don't have a business, you shouldn't be buying Market Hero. So I'm not going to tell you to start a business so you can buy Market Hero. And even more importantly, if you do hop in the HCOM, for example, and you don't want to start a business, you're not going to get results, and in 30 days you're going to get a refund. So again, you starting a business when you're not cut out to start a business has no benefit to me whatsoever. So let's discuss. So here's why I think this is just a massive problem. So entrepreneurship, due to Instagram and YouTube, has been put in a really false light. For example, 30 years ago, becoming an entrepreneur wasn't that attractive. There's nothing that attractive about eating last at the table and investing all your money and taking a lot of risks. It wasn't an attractive route to go down. But because everybody associates entrepreneurship with flying in a private jet and having a Ferrari, yeah, I see the irony. I see the irony. I know there's a Lamborghini behind me. People associate it with that, and they associate it with being a boss. Like you see all these rappers saying like CEO life and boss life, when they're the furthest thing from a CEO, but I'll jump past that. And people associate it with being in control and being the head honcho and being the coolest guy at the club. That's what it's become. And people associate it with being a worthwhile person. And that's just silly. It has nothing to do with that. And people think that if they go the entrepreneur route, that entrepreneurs are happier than other people and that they are more fulfilled than other people. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. It has nothing to do with any of those things. And you need to understand that, because entrepreneurship does not equal freedom. It does not equal control. It does not equal an easy life. It does not equal wealth in a lot of circumstances for a lot of people. And you need to understand also, your goal in life is happiness. That's what everybody's goal in life is. Nobody seeks out being unhappy to some extent. My goal in life isn't happiness. I'll explain that here in a second and how that ties in entrepreneurship. But you need to understand that wealth doesn't equal happiness. If you make a lot of money, you're not going to be happy. It doesn't equal freedom in a lot of instances. It actually equals less freedom the richer you get. Billionaires have just as limited options as a person that makes 50K a year has. It's just a little bit different. And an easy life does not equal happiness. So having some business that pays for all your shit isn't necessarily going to make you happy in the long run. Look at all the billionaire kids out there, the most miserable people you will ever meet in your entire life. Most of them are. There's a few of them that are very happy, and that's because they have the thing I'm going to talk about right here. So, the reason why a lot of people are interested in entrepreneurship is because they don't know what they want. They don't know what they want, but they do know what their ego and their insecurity wants. And what I mean by this is people are obsessed with what they think other people think that they are. That is who they define themselves as. This is the creature that they are. And I've talked about this in the last video, so I'm not going to talk about it too much. But this is what they think defines who they are. So, for example, you'll see a lot of people start entrepreneur businesses and then go pose next to Lamborghinis, because who they define themselves as is what they think other people think they are. So if other people think that they are successful, that's what they think about themselves. Not that they think that they are successful. That's how they define their self-worth. So what happens is people get pulled towards entrepreneurship when they have no business being entrepreneurs. It's not going to make them happy. It's not going to lead to a good business. It's not going to lead to anything except negative crap. And they get pulled to it because they think that it's going to make other people think that they are a worthwhile person, therefore they will think that they're a worthwhile person. That's the furthest thing from the truth. It's the furthest thing from the truth. And you need to understand what you want. And a lot of times, I would say 90% of people, when you actually understand what you want, you don't want to start a business. You don't. Not because it's so hard and I'm in the grind, bro. All right, I'm not going to go with all the entrepreneurs are out there like, yeah, man, I love the grind. No, that's not it. It's not because you're lazy. It's not because you're lesser. It's just because it's not the thing that's going to make you happy, okay? Not everybody should play football. Not everybody enjoys playing football. I played football in high school. It was a terrible experience. I hated it. It was horrible. My friends forced me to be on the team, and it was just terrible. You ever wear those pads and the helmet? It's awful. It's awful. I don't like going and running around in the sun in 50 pounds of gear or however much it weighs. It sucks. A big bag of Oompa Loompa Fruit Loops. It's terrible. So it's the same thing like entrepreneurship. I love it, but not everybody's going to love it. You need to understand what you want to do, or you're going to end up like me playing football, being a stage 5 goof troop. So the next thing you need to understand before we talk about why you should be an entrepreneur is you need to understand is you don't need to be rich or own a business to have your material needs met. All right, so here's the sim bar and the sims. These are all the green bars, everything. If you fill those up, your sim is happy. And that's pretty much true in real life. If you fill up all these bars, your needs are met. It doesn't take $1 million a year to fill up these bars. In fact, you could have cheap rent, you could have cheap food, you could go live in Mississippi and have a really nice house while not making that much money. You could actually have a very wildly unsuccessful business and have a pretty nice house and pretty nice life and have everything met. And what you must understand is that people think that once they make money or they become successful or rich, something's going to be different in their life. And the funniest story I can tell that puts this into perspective, there's this story of this very rich billionaire, and he went and lived in a foreign country where people weren't that successful. Pick one of the countries out there. And he had this big mansion on the beach, and every single day, this fisherman would come in his beat-up boat and deliver some fish to him. Now, obviously, the fisherman didn't make much money. And so the billionaire would tell him, and this is paraphrased, there's a much better telling the story out there somewhere. The billionaire would tell him, oh, you have this fishing business right now, you should expand it. And he goes, why should I want to expand it? I have as much money as I want. He goes, no, you want to expand it so you can make more money. He goes, well, why do I want to make more money? I have as much money as I want, and I have a really nice life, and I enjoy everything. He goes, well, no, you need to make more money and expand your business and grow it so that you can have all the things you want. And he goes, but I do already have all the things that I want in my life right now. And he goes, no. You need to go and expand your business and grow it and hire tons of people to run your business for you so that you can make all the money that you want. And so once you make all the money you want, you can spend all the time in your life enjoying your life and hanging out with your friends and family and basically doing whatever you want whenever you want. He goes, but sir, I already spend all my time with my family and work very little. I already have all the things that I want. Why would I want to go and do all the things and generate all the money that you've had to get all the things that I already have in my life? And the billionaire goes, that's basically the summary of the story. I know I told that very badly, but you see,